What a glorious day. I just want to take the time to realize that I was right the whole time. Because for the past few years, I never understood the Lil Baby hype whatsoever. Like, sure, he had a couple good songs like Freestyle, and I really can't even name other songs because they all sound the same. I just feel like social media and just people in general, because I have a lot of friends like who listen to rap. Lil Baby is one of those top rappers that everybody knows about and everybody listens to. He's on Rap Caviar, all the top playlists for Apple Music and Spotify. He's pushed to the max on YouTube. He's on the radio. He's just one of the golden boys for rap music. In addition to, of course, Drake, who I believe actually deserves it, but then also Lil Durk and some of these street rappers that for some reason the industry just pushes the hell out of them on all the playlists, and therefore when they get all these numbers and streams, everybody starts thinking like, oh, they're actually really good. They're always doing numbers, so they just hop on that bandwagon. Well, this is the exact reason why I made the video on first week sales do not matter. I definitely love talking about it because I love to track the progress of certain artists and use it to debate who's actually bigger than who, like compare artists. It is a sport, but like when it comes to Lil Baby, he's selling like 200K or whatever, and I'm exaggerating here, but most of those streams are just coming from like NPC rap listeners.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
You don't know good music. I am sorry. It is literally the definition of mid. Finally, now the narrative online, as you can see from the quote tweets of one of Lil Baby's newest music videos that hasn't dropped yet. Literally, like they're showing a dog shitting out that music video, the Grim Reaper taking out the Baby, Roddy Ricch, Lil Baby. And what is the common characteristics between all of these artists? Copy and paste flow. I think it's time we start having that conversation that he's mid. I'm just saying, I feel like I've been saying he's mid for so long and everybody be like, no, he's so hard. This just shows that the media controls everyone's brains. No one actually has their own personal opinions about music. They're just swayed by headlines like, oh, he's doing this many millions of streams. Wow, I should get on this bandwagon so that I'm not left out when I get in the car and they play it on the aux. Because your friends are fucking NPCs, bro. Do you want to be a sheep? Do you want to get shaven and turned into a t-shirt? Lil Baby in 2023 shag on the Celtics. Gunna being cut off by them was really a blessing in disguise. Lol being associated with this sinking ship wouldn't benefit him at all. So Lil Baby has finally experienced the hate train for potentially falling off. Now, his last album obviously did super well, but people are talking about finally the quality of music. Now, something to note that King Wow just said on Twitter was this disassociation with Gunna, where if you remember, Lil Baby actually admitted that Gunna taught him to rap. He used to buy songs from Gunna pre-written for like $100 so that he could practice making songs for himself. And so Gunna was actually the brains behind the operation. However you actually feel about his snitching situation, but you can't deny that Gunna is the creator of that flow, aside from like maybe Young Thug, who they're both clones of, technically speaking. Now that Gunna is out of the picture and potentially not giving him more inspiration for flows or not doing collabs with him, features, Lil Baby might be running out of the sauce. And just some more hate comments. Same flow for 3 years now. He's cooked, just doesn't care anymore. This sorry ass expired flow. His homies fake as hell, cause how ain't nobody in the studio telling him to switch it up just a little. Which reminds me of that one clip of Lil Baby and his homies in the studio previewing Hey, which turned out to be a complete flop. I mean, maybe not numbers wise, but yo, that song was just annoying. And I know he did that YouTube Shorts collab, and that's probably why the album still did well, but that just shows you that organically these artists ain't doing shit. They're just big names at this point, so their fans or just people in the hip-hop space who listen to the music are gonna tune in just because it's consistent, I guess. Like, you know what you're getting. It's the same flow. I completely understand if someone were to go to listen to Yeet or Cardi or Uzi on the Pink tape, like they'd honestly be scared or vomiting on the floor if they heard some of the sounds that came out of those dudes' mouths. In fact, I saw a tweet earlier this morning that kind of put it all together. We already discussed this on the second channel, where that Nobody wants to go to a Lil Baby concert, so he's canceling a lot of his tour dates. I wouldn't either, bro, especially for like 200 bucks. Are you kidding me? I'll go buy 1,700 Big Macs before I see Mid Baby live, just, you know, mumbling on the mic in front stage. At least with some of these other top performers, Uzi, Cardi, even Drake, you get like a visual experience, you get hype. I cannot imagine Lil Baby jumping around, screaming obscene lyrics in a different language because you can't understand him half the time. But as I was saying, this tweet stated Lil Baby is canceling shows. Someone please tell B-list rappers to stop doing arena tours. Since when did like labels or artists think that they could sell that many tickets in each city that they go to? I mean, one, we're in the streaming or digital or information era, whatever you want to call it. If you want to watch somebody perform, you're going to go to Rolling Loud, or you're just going to watch it on YouTube. There's really no point in seeing artists nowadays, unless they bring something extra to the table, which is what I was discussing before with the actual good performers. But I had never seen any Lil Baby crazy performance, right? With like flames going everywhere. Not to mention, this exposes the whole industry that how are the top rappers in the game, at least if we're talking about the artists that are getting streamed the most, how are they not selling the arenas, but then people underneath them are selling more tickets? It just shows you it's all fake. It shows you that the industry is pushing it down people's mouths, but they're not even taking it at a certain point. Like, it's kind of just casual listening, background music in the elevator, but actually they do not care about these artists because they're mid. Whereas again, smaller artists, even such as Suicide Boys or even super niche underground artists, they are selling out their tours with much less streams. It's all in front of our faces. If an artist is super famous, potentially considered A-list or B-list celebrity, why does no one care to see them live? Because their product is garbage. That is literally the only reason. I don't want to hear about no demographics difference between other hip hop artists, or that we're in a recession, because at the same time there's Drake among other artists who are doing it big. Even Yeet, an upcomer in this new rap scene, is selling out tours nationwide. Why can't Lil Baby do that? Granted, if you do decrease like the venue size to non-arenas, say just warehouses, it would be a much better look. However, if he's getting booked by promoters with a smaller venue compared to Lil Baby's booking fee, it might not even make sense. Now, I'm sure there's arguments to be made in the lane that I and potentially y'all listen to as well, with like the rage beats or just the new internet era of rappers with like Yeet, Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, Playboy Cardi, Uzi, all those people in between, Sofego, where they probably consider most of the song just being a good beat, and I agree with them. I say that all the time. However, these street rappers, like, y'all ain't even pick good beats, and the flows are literally the same every single time, and that goes for most of them. NBA Youngboy, Lil Durk, Lil Baby. There are a select few of them that I actually like sometimes, like Moneybagg Yo. But we watched a video yesterday about hip-hop's biggest problem, and it stated that trap music or street music has basically been stagnant for the past 2 decades, and therefore that's why I think this new internet age of music, the new generation, I like that, because they're actually trying new instruments and electronic synths and meshing different genres. Like Cardi's doing metal rap, Yeet's doing some alien abduction thing that he learned from Plutonians. But all in all, y'all get the point. Finally, your boy has regained his victory. That's why I don't care about first week sales anymore, because honestly, most people just be listening to trash music. I mean, go on the Hot 100 Billboard and see what the top songs are and go play through them individually. Y'all tell me half of those songs ain't trash. NPC music at its funnest. You play any of these newer generation rappers in their ears, they're gonna start glitching and shit. And I promise you, I'm not a certified hater of Lil Baby. I mostly get pissed about people defending his music rather than him. Like, I have nothing against him. It's more about like, how do you eat the same food or listen to this same song every single day? Don't you get sick of it? But with all that being said, it has been your boy Bobbalam signing off, warming up Mid Baby's milk for tonight after all these falling off allegations. He might need it. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me that he's been mid this entire time, just people didn't realize it. Of course, make sure to like and subscribe to the Bob Game if you with it. Peace out, cut. Nice seeing.